Me, a monk is someone who's at peace, someone who understands himself, someone who's very expressive and comfortable with the person that they are. To me, a maverick is someone who's a fighter, who has a fighting spirit. And I choose to be a maverick because every day I have a battle within myself and self-doubt. What's up, y'all? It's D.R.O.I.D, currently residing in Austin, Texas, originally from Houston, Texas, and I'm a hip-hop MC. I would say that one of my biggest obstacles is definitely self-doubt. I feel like in this industry, especially being on stage and having to be vulnerable in front of a crowd and making sure that your art is felt, is one of the biggest things I had to overcome. The team that I have around me, the people that I kind of have dependent on me, for me the fear right now is obsolete because I'm constantly having to prove myself and kind of just climb that echelon of success. So a couple of things I had to sacrifice. So my family lives in Nevada, so I definitely don't get to see them as much as I'd like to, especially because, you know, with tours and shows and, you know, influencer stuff like that. Also, I would say probably just like being in a relationship, and it's kind of like the type of lifestyle that I lead versus the type of lifestyle that a relationship, you know, generally wants. It's hard for me to kind of balance both. Rock and roll, I definitely incorporate into my hip hop shows. You know, I have like a live drummer, the live performance, the lights, the ambiance, and more importantly, just like the crowd and just how they react to me on stage. And I just always want people to feel like they can headbang at my shows, you know, while I'm on stage rapping. So, my latest inspiration has just kind of been, you know, I've definitely had a crazy summer, from going through like a breakup, you know, everything you got going on in life, and you know, this album has definitely been an outlet for me. So it's gonna be it's definitely gonna be great how I see people respond to it, because it's gonna be just like, you know, the honesty, the raw, the organicness that I put into it. It's all me. One of the big collabs I want to do is definitely with Philip Wolf, Tone Royal, and they're here in the city. Past features I've done are with like Brandon Rex, shout out to B-Rex, George Von Doom. I would definitely say that you can look at fear in two different ways. It could either be a deterrent or it could be an enabler. And me personally, I look at fear as an enabler because it's always going to have that fire under you to make sure that you always give 110%. Let it consume you sometimes. Like, don't be afraid to feel vulnerable. Don't be afraid, you know, just to express yourself. I would say that anybody who's ever been great has definitely dealt with a lot of fear. And it's just, the reason why they're great is because they chose to rise above it. What's up, y'all? I'm D.R.O.I.D, a hip-hop MC. Currently reside in Austin, Texas, originally from Houston, Texas, and my fear made me a maverick.
Said I'm finally on my way, and you know